This new Chinese AI agent is insane. You are wasting time running heavy AI models that eat up your compute and cost a fortune. You are missing out on one of the biggest open source AI drops of the year. And if you are still sleeping on what China's AI teams are building, you are already behind. This is not hype. This is a model that just beat a trillion parameter AI using a fraction of the resources. And the craziest part? You can run it locally, for free. Hey, I'm Ava, and I help people actually learn and use AI tools in their work. Today we are breaking down Qwen 3.5, Alibaba's brand new AI model series, why it is turning heads in the AI community, and exactly what it means for you. We are going to cover what the models actually are, the wild architecture behind them, the agentic capabilities that make this a serious tool, how to run it locally, and who this is actually for. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you are going to understand why this release matters and how you can start using it today. Let's start with the big picture. Who is behind this and why should you care? This comes from Alibaba, specifically from their Qwen team inside Alibaba Cloud. These are not newcomers. The Qwen model family is the most downloaded open-source AI model series on Hugging Face, surpassing all competing model families combined as of late 2025. Every time they release something new, the community pays attention. And this time they dropped something that genuinely changed the conversation about what an efficient AI model can do. Qwen 3.5 was released in February 2026, and it came in two waves. The flagship model, Qwen 3.5 to 397B A17B, dropped first on February 16th, right on the eve of the Lunar New Year. Then the medium model series landed on February 24th. 4 models, different sizes, all built around the same core idea. Do more with less. So what exactly did they release? Let me walk you through the 4 models. First up, Qwen 3.5 Flash. This is the cloud-hosted model available through Alibaba's platform called Model Studio. It comes in at just 10 cents per million input tokens. To put that in perspective, Claude Sonnet 4.6 costs $1.30 per million input tokens. That is 13 times cheaper for comparable agentic tasks. Flash has a 1 million token context window, built-in tool calling, and is optimized specifically for high-volume agentic workflows. Second, Qwen 3.5 35BA3B. This one is the star of the show. It beats a model 7 times its size, it is open source under Apache 2.0, and it can run on a GPU with just 8 gigabytes of VRAM. If you have a decent gaming PC or a workstation, you can run this locally right now. I will explain exactly how that is possible in a moment. Third, Qwen 3.5 122B A10B. The biggest open-weight model in the series. It activates 10 billion parameters per token and leads the lineup on agentic benchmarks. Built for long-horizon tasks where the AI needs to plan and reason across many steps. Fourth, Qwen 3.5 to 27B. The only dense model in the group, meaning all 27 billion parameters activate on every pass. It scores 72.4 on SWE Bench Verified, a coding benchmark tying GPT-5 Mini. For a fully open-weight model, you can run yourself. That is a remarkable result. I want to pause here because I know a lot of you watching this are trying to actually implement AI in your work, not just follow the news. When I was first figuring out which tools were worth building on and which ones were going to waste my time, I found a community called AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you are serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in the description. Now here is the question you are probably asking. How is a smaller model beating a much bigger one? And the answer is in the architecture. This is where it gets genuinely fascinating. Most people think bigger model equals smarter AI. More parameters, better results. That was the dominant thinking for years. Qwen 3.5 is a direct challenge to that assumption. The 35BA3B has 35 billion total parameters, but only activates 3 billion of them for any given input. That is what A3B means in the name. The rest sit dormant depending on what the model receives. This is called Mixture of Experts, or MOE. Think of it like a company with 256 specialists. When a question comes in, the model routes it to the most relevant 8 or so experts rather than asking everyone to respond at the same time. You get focused, high-quality answers without burning through resources unnecessarily. On top of that, Qwen 3.5 uses something called gated delta networks, which alternates between two types of attention in a 3-to-1 ratio. This is what allows the model to handle enormous context windows without compute costs exploding. Most models become exponentially slower as context grows. This one scales much closer to linear. The result is dramatic. The 35B-A3B with 3 billion active parameters outperforms Alibaba's previous flagship that used 22 billion active parameters, 7 times more efficient. Better results, dramatically less compute. The flagship 397B-A17B pushes this even further. At 256,000 token context lengths, it decodes 19 times faster than the previous Qwen 3 Max. It costs 60% less to run and handles 8 times more concurrent workloads. These are not incremental improvements. This is a fundamentally different approach. Now let's talk about what this actually does, because benchmarks only matter if the capabilities translate to real work. Reasoning and tool calling are built in natively. You do not need to do extensive prompt engineering to get it to use external tools. Function calling works right out of the box. That means you can build agents that call APIs, run code, search the web, interact with files, and chain actions together into a workflow. The 122B-A10B model leads on BFCL v4, which measures function calling performance, and BrowseComp, which tests web-based task completion. Then there is the visual agentic capability, and this one is significant. Qwen 3.5 is trained natively on text, images, and video simultaneously. Vision is not a module tacked on, it is baked into the core. What that unlocks is a model that can look at your screen, interpret interface elements, read screenshots, and help execute tasks across apps without human intervention. The pace is worth noting too. Alibaba dropped the flagship on February 16th and the medium series on February 24th, less than 10 days between major releases. DeepSeek made this compressed development cycle visible to the global AI community in early 2025, and it has not slowed down since. This is a real shift in what accessible, high-performance AI looks like, and it is happening right now. A model you can own, control, run locally, and build on, competing with the biggest closed-source systems in the world. That did not exist a year ago. If you are looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What is working? What is not? Which tools are worth your time? Which ones to skip? No hype, just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It has helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in the description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and over 100 AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You will get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 46,000 members who are crushing it with AI. If you found this useful, hit subscribe because we cover new AI tools and real implementations every week. Drop a comment letting me know which part of Qwen 3.5 you are most interested in testing. I'll see you in the next one.